How to make a SEIKO mod.
In this video, I will show you the essential tools and then I will show you the steps to make your SEIKO mod. Just a quick note, if you need suppliers to start reselling SEIKO mods, send me an ebook on Instagram so I can help you. The first step will be to take the movement holder and set it aside, and then simply unpack the movement. Alright, so there. So guys, here we have the NH35 movement. We can see the back of the movement. And here we have the small rod that will replace the temporary rod. So, now, once we have unpacked these two little things, we will take our dial and overlay it with the movement to see which pin needs to be cut. Because you can see here that there is a hole and there is another one over there. It's so that it fits perfectly, and so here, look, and here you can see that the right pin is this one, and the one to cut is that one. So it's the inside that needs to be cut. So, you take either a pair of pliers or a nail clipper to remove it. You really need to remove as many of the pins as possible because otherwise, if the pin is too large, when you put your hands on, they will clash with the logo. So you can take a file to remove the maximum length from the pin. You will be able to take your dial and directly place it here on your movement. Now that all of this is done, you will be able to pull the crown out one notch and then skip a date. And if you pull the second cabran, it's for changing the time. There you go. So now we push all that back in. And now I will be able to come and take my hands. So here I have my hour hand, minute hand, and second hand. We will start with the hour hand. Here we go. We are going to grab it with our small tweezers. We take our tool to place the hands. We align the whole of the hand with the hole here. We apply a little pressure with the tool here. And there you go. The hour hand is well set. Now you will place the hour hand pointing to noon. There you have it. And you will come to take your minute hand. So you grab it the same way with the small tweezers and you place it in the direction of 12. And there you go. That's done. So we have placed the two hands in the direction of 12. We check that they turn well and that they do not collide with the letters. Otherwise it means that the pins from earlier were cut incorrectly. And there you go. It's perfect. Now we are going to put on the second hand. You will see that it's not that complicated. So you take it with the small tweezers and off you go. And there you go. You see that it goes in easily. It sinks on its own. So now, if we shake the movement and push it in, the second hand is supposed to start moving. And guys, you can see that the second hand is now moving. With the blower, you can come and remove potential dust, such as particles. There you go, and now we will move on to the next step. So here you go guys, we have placed the dial and the hands. Now, we are going to turn it like this, and we will remove the temporary stem. So here guys, you see that there is a small lever that will allow us to release the pressure applied on the crown, and we will be able to remove it. So here, when I press, you can see that it lifts. So I press and pull, and it comes off super easily. So we won't need this anymore. We'll set it aside. Now I'm going to quickly put my movement aside, and I'm going to take my little bracelet. So I take my screwdriver for the links, so it's just a flat screwdriver, and I'm going to remove a link here. So it's the easiest to remove. It's just a matter of opening the bracelet to be able to place the movement, so that can be set aside. We now have access to the inside of the case and components. We take our screwdriver tool and carefully and gently unscrew the back of the watch from the case, ensuring precision. Here, there is the gasket that we set aside. We take the movement carefully and gently in our hand, and we come to slowly overlay it. Once that is done, we carefully and properly press firmly from behind, ensuring everything is in place, and then securely remove the bolt. Once done, we proceed to the step of the final rod. We take a way to keep the rod from moving as we screw the bolt onto the temporary rod. There you go. So once all that is done, we just take the rod and simply push it into the movement, into the case. Here we can see that the rod is too long, so we will need to cut it. You will need to get your caliper. So, here it is. This is how it looks. We press on, snap, 0. We set it to millimeters, and there we go, just like that, snap. And we are simply and accurately going to measure the gap or distance between them. Let's go, the references. So we are simply measuring the excess gap. So here we see that there is 8.6 millimeter of excess length. So that's what we will need to cut with the pliers. Let's go. We repeat the same operation as before. The rod is carefully and gently removed by slowly operating the lever, and with precision. I am coming to retrieve the bolt as soon as possible, to the designated location in order to ensure its safety. And now guys, we just need to cut 8.6 in length. So guys, what you can do now is, bam, we place the caliper and make a little mark here with a pen to indicate where we need to cut. If you have Blanco, it's better because it shows up better. I'm fine, I can see it, but take Blanco if you have it. I'm going to take my pliers and cut where I need to cut. Once that's done, we can apply the glue to keep it from moving. I'm going to put a little bit of thread locker, and now I can take the bolt and there you go guys. Done. So here you go guys. Once all that is done, we can put the rod back directly into the movement and it simply goes back in. And so we can see that the rod has been cut perfectly. The crown is indeed the right size. There you go guys. Once that's done, we can take our little gasket and put it in the grease, like this, and we turn it for 3, 4, 5 seconds. We take our gasket and very carefully place it directly in the case like this. We use a blower to carefully and thoroughly clean it, and then we gently and securely place the transparent back of the watch, ensuring it is properly in place with precision. Then we finish with the screwball. There you go guys. Once that's done, we take back what we had set aside to close the bracelet. Not to forget the small flat screwdriver. So here we go. We take the strap and position it properly. It fits in by itself, and we take the screwdriver. And there you go guys. All you have to do now is remove all the plastic. And there you go guys. It's done. The SEIKO MOD is assembled. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out on Instagram. Don't forget to give a little like and subscribe, and I wish you good luck.